The Coin Lady channel is pleased to have you back. With a current price of 49.7 cents and, in the words of the XRP community, a history of greater prices, XRP has broken below 50 cents. I don't mean that everyone is freaking out, but you post on Facebook. And as prices drop, some people are more likely to lose it politically. And they make a lot of noise. If you're active on the axis of social media platforms, the virtual home of the XRP community, you might have observed this. Therefore, why is everyone bringing that up a bit? Bitcoin price stumbles after Fed dashes. Hopes for rate cuts in March is a headline from Cointelegraph that pretty much hits the nail on the head. Two things, then. The market's apparent belief that rate decreases would be extremely charming and humorous. And that's great news, because neither the evidence nor the past lead us to believe that this would be the case. To be clear, there isn't none. Consider the last 3 Fed cuts, though. It hasn't been fantastic, has it? Even though it has been reactive, data is data, and that is what it is. As a result, the value of Bitcoin dropped. That's the reason XRP lost value. Let me elaborate, though. I should preface this by saying that I come from absolutely no financial background. Do not take my financial advice as gospel. In addition, you shouldn't base any financial decisions on what I write or say. As a hobby and for fun, I enjoy making films on YouTube regarding crypto-related subjects. I'm just an enthusiast. Bitcoins have fallen 1.86%, okay? XRP values have dropped by 2.81%. While XRP did slightly worse than most of the market yesterday, there are plenty of other cryptocurrencies that are faring far worse than XRP right now. Isn't it funny how XRP was seen yesterday? Solana is down 6.43%, and XRP is just one of many parts of the market that is doing considerably worse. Ethereum token. With just a 6.98% change, Avalanche is down 6.85% and the house is down 4.59%. Sure, I'll be down with that. 6.99%. The arbitrage market has fallen 8.52%. A lot of coins are doing worse than that, so you can go down there and see. Faith in the future. Indeed, P7.54%. My dear Celeste, you are down 9.47%. Not to mention the others. Oh, look at the network again, here's another one. Exactly what is 9.71%? I have no idea. The thing is, there are a lot of them, and sure, some of them, like XRP, will be in the 2 or 3% range. Lots of coins, nevertheless, are faring much worse. Just because whatever it is that you're holding, when it falls, you're more likely to stress out. Especially if it's a big position that you own and is particularly important to us. Also, I completely comprehend. However, this in no way suggests that XRP is special. Today, the market is in the red. As an example, this is the Bitcoin 24-hour chart. To illustrate, when Jerome Powell began speaking in the afternoon, the market was not pleased. This is because, at the time of his speech, the price of Bitcoin was approximately $43,500. It is now approximately $42,000. Sure enough, the 24-hour chart shows that it's falling if you glance at the screen. And the XRP 24-hour chart is this. Observing events from the afternoon onwards reveals nothing but a reflection of it. It's acting similarly. Of all, this isn't like a special event for XRP. For example, at 12:31 p.m., XRP, an analyst and dark defender, posted the following. Marcus was unable to react to Jerome Powell's final remarks before the Fed once again temporarily halted interest rates. The issue was with that. It seems like that's an issue. In my opinion, it is not an issue. I believe that's a positive thing. However, the following was written by dark defenders who shared this chart. From what we can see now, in retrospect, he just did not have the time. Be mindful of that. Look at XRP, he said, forever clinging to the edges, lovingly supporting us. The whole market fell, till the horrible news came out. That is just incorrect. The future is completely unpredictable. Interestingly enough, if we were to hear bad news about rate reduction, the market would likely initially react positively, celebrating for a short while before reality set in. I am aware that, strictly speaking, that is not guaranteed. It makes sense to me. In theory, rate cuts may occur, and the market could continue its upward trajectory. Just looking at the majority of data points shows that it's not usually the case. However, discussing events on a larger scale is certainly acceptable. When it occurs, rate reduction in the 1990s caused the market to continue rising, as you mentioned in a recent video. However, the effects of the current 2 rate cuts have been more muted. When you consider the consequences of the epidemic, it becomes clear. It was, in fact, a reflexive move. Reactionary rate cuts caused the financial meltdown of 2008. Evidently, this appears to be distinct from that. Post 7:25 p.m., I did, however, share this. I published a tiny emoticon tonight, completely sarcastically, celebrating XRP at 49 cents. I don't understand who is being so forceful about this. I mean, sometimes all I can do is laugh, so you must have some, right? Well, it's tolerable. However, chart analysts at Crypto Rover have written that XRP is breaking down on this consolidation pattern that has been going on for 3 years. And as I mentioned before, at the beginning of the movie, it's unclear what it is. By the time you're viewing, the price of XRP might be higher or lower. However, it produces no results. To change my mind about this, it won't change anything about what I'm going to tell you in the video that follows. Because I'm a math nerd and an XRP optimist, attorney Bill Morgan reposted this graphic showing the breakdown from this specific triangle. I was tagged in when he said Luna Lamborghini, try to see the silver lining in such situation. For assets with such a high degree of volatility, I don't place much faith in patterns. And I understand, thanks for the feedback. Attorney Morgan, I am much obliged. In response, I offered the following optimistic spin. Of course, I'm not great with charts. Which means I am not qualified to comment on trends in charts. However, I am not frightened by volatility. Based on the pricing behavior of cryptocurrencies over the past 15 years, I anticipate that XRP will be worth much more the next time the market pumps, or that I am mistaken about the importance of utility. And XRP reaches a 24-hour mark. It made little difference to me when XRP was 10 cents in March 2020, much less when it was $2 in April 2021. I'm sure everyone is aware of where I placed my bet. I didn't care, because I know that high levels of volatility do not necessarily portend success in the long run. When I tell people that short-term price activity doesn't mean anything, I really do mean it. People either get frightened or extremely thrilled by it. Just for a little while. In the near run, that's all it's capable of. That does not indicate that XRP will either reach zero or a new all-time high. In fact, it does not indicate either. I keep stating that it's irrelevant because of this. I'm able to get a good night's rest, because, as for the fact that this is meaningless, I can assure you of that. Once again, generally speaking, the whole market is moving in lockstep. Assume, for the sake of argument, that Bitcoin will set a new all-time high if it is likely to rise sharply. Is XRP destined to continue its downward spiral, in your opinion? If that is the case, then I will not believe you unless you prove that one of these utilities is irrelevant. Perhaps our assessment of XRP's utility is incorrect. Still, I can see many practical uses for it. It is fantastic, in my opinion, when it comes to the money. Over the past decade, XRP has been one of just 3 cryptocurrencies to maintain a position in the top 10 by market capitalization. I believe this is due to a combination of factors. And I don't think that matters to you guys at all. If you're long XRP for the long haul, not just for the time being till you decide to sell but for the possibility that it may be there for decades, then the market seems to agree with you. It seems like the market is currently in agreement with your sentiments, if that's the case. The asset class does, in fact, move in lockstep. There is, however, a rationale to the current rankings of cryptocurrencies. Only 3 coins, Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Ripple, have maintained a position in the top 10 crypto-accepted cryptocurrencies by market cap for their entire history. I'm done. It's been tested for over a decade, and it's too rare and too huge. So no. Even if you think it's spin, this is my honest opinion. Whether you agree or disagree, this is my perspective. Plus, I'll confess that I'm not sure. A chart guide is not me. After tallying up all the odds, I gambled a sizable sum of my hard-earned cash into XRP. For the simple reason that I anticipate its value will skyrocket in the years to come. So that's it. And if it falls to the bottom first, that's fine, too. That is completely out of my hands. The possibility that the SEC sues Ripple, so targeting all XRP holders, including the FBI, is beyond my control. That is completely out of my hands. I have the power to manage my emotional reactions, though. First of all, I would never do something like that, no matter how strongly I felt about it. I simply do not possess, at this point, I'm emotionally detached from the situation. The truth is, I could care less. All it is the stuff that happens in the near future. Additionally, a person named Dan replied to attorney Bill Morgan, writing, "There is a well-known pattern for this as it is for everything." Also, as he points out, I'm not great with charts. The authenticity of the crypto overhead chart on your screen is something I cannot comment on. Just a familiar pattern, a trend reversal that appears to be a symmetrical triangle, indicating the presence of a symmetrical triangle. Here, we see a fake continuation breakthrough, more specifically, a breakout to the negative. After that, it disappears again, without a trace. Well, that's rather amusing. Countless charts are available. So, to rephrase, nobody freaking notes, is the correct expression. Additionally, this is from the social media platform, and it's from StockAjock83. This is XRP's price chart with his own symmetrical triangle. X replied to my post just now and shared it with you. According to him, the picture he's exhibiting is actually a 3-year consolidation pattern. He predicts that it will touch 39 cents before breaking up. The lines were drawn correctly because he says it didn't break below a triangle. So, you get to decide who to trust. However, I will reveal whether or not the lines were drawn accurately. As far as I'm concerned, XRP will be there when market euphoria comes. And either my thesis is true or my belief that XRP is deserving of a spot among the top 10 cryptocurrencies is correct. I mean the market capitalization. If I'm mistaken, then something will shift. I placed my bet, and everyone else will, too. We'll find out together. Whatever the case may be, the current slump is not indicative of anything fundamentally wrong with XRP. After the Federal Reserve dashed prospects for rate reduction in March, the price of Bitcoin fell, according to Cointelegraph's headline yet again. Once again, I find this completely amusing, as the last 3 instances include reductions in rates. It is clear to me that the macro environment was distinct. Also, there were some less than ideal real-life situations, but are we still certain? What about just because the rates have been temporarily halted doesn't mean everything is terrible? This is the real reason why the market is going crazy. That's really absurd. Nonetheless, it seems like that was the case. The schedule is congruent. Here is the pace. After the U.S. Federal Reserve opted to keep interest rates steady and dampened expectations of a rate drop in March, Bitcoin took a tumble on Wednesday. This decision has led some analysts to forecast that U.S. markets and Bitcoin are in for some rough waters. It's true, everyone. Bitcoin and stock prices fall as a result of the lack of rate decreases. That is something I still have my doubts about. Alright. However, see the beginning of that. I wanted to highlight a couple points from this post that dealt with a similar subject. Here we have ABC News. Fed interest rates remain unchanged, postponing the expected rate reductions. On Wednesday, the Federal Reserve kept interest rates at their current levels, which is between 5.25 to 5.25%. This decision postpones the much-anticipated rate reduction that the central bank is expected to implement sometime this year. Sadly, it was the end of the video. Like and subscribe, as always, would be great. Goodbye. Catch you later.